Okay, how's it going, guys? Welcome to another boring video. I know this is not the type of content you want to see, but these things have to be done, and I've got a lot of things I want to say and get off my chest. So yes, this is my third time trying this. I ended up going 15 minutes of just talking random shit. I know, I did a great job. I even got notes on my side. I didn't even get to part 3, and I'm already 15 minutes in. And I was aiming for this to be maybe less than 10 minutes long. Yes, I'm fantastic, as you can tell. Anyway, I want to talk about the state of the channel. I know, I've done this probably like 100 times in the last 5 years of doing this stuff, but these things need to happen. You can obviously tell that my channel is not the same as it was, and it hasn't been for a very long time. Content is not being pumped up to you guys. Pumped up? No, we'll go with that. And it sucks, and I'll explain why. I feel like I need to explain why, because actually, before, like, some of you are probably just going to say, like, Heph, what's the big deal? Like, you didn't upload anything for a week, or, you know, you didn't upload anything for 3 or 4 days. What's up? I've been doing this for almost 5 years. In March, I'll be 5 years old, and I used to upload every day. I've got like 1,300 videos on the channel, you know, and I now have the fast internet. I can upload multiple videos a day, but I don't. And the reason why is that I haven't been motivated to make videos anymore, and it sucks. And this is what I spent 15 minutes talking about before. I'm going to try and cut it down. Basically, my channel is Mountain Blade focused. It has been for the last 3.5 years, I would say. You know, about 4 years ago, I was doing a bit of Mountain Blade, a bit of other Total War stuff, you know, a bit of other games. But my channel is clearly Mountain Blade focused. I would say maybe like 70% of you are just here to watch Mountain Blade. 20% of you are probably here to watch anything I put up, and I appreciate that. You're the best. And there's probably like another 10% just doing fuck all, let's be honest. Anyway, I've been recording Mountain Blade for well over 3 years. I don't even know at this point. A long fucking time. I've got easily probably 1,000 warband videos on the channel. Either it's multiplayer, cinematic trailers, let's plays, you name it. I've done a lot of Mountain Blade. I've just hit 1,500 hours on Steam of Mountain Blade. I know that's probably not a lot compared to some warband lovers, but that's a lot for me. And easily 1,000 of those hours have been put into video making, either like behind the scenes or trailers or montages. So getting to the point, I'm not bored. I don't hate Mountain Blade. Mountain Blade is my favorite game, still to this day. It's my favorite game, probably not of all time, but anyway, I'm getting bored of it. I've made a lot of content out of it, but what do? I've got a Mountain Blade focused channel, but I don't want to record Mountain Blade. By the way, I am still recording it, just not having as much fun with it, if that makes sense. Anyway, and I know I'm going to get comments like, Heph, just record what you want, and I have done. And honestly, you lose even more motivation when you record something that you've put some time into, and people don't watch it because it's not Mountain Blade, you know. And I accept that, you know. I've accepted that my channel is mostly Mountain Blade related, and if it's not Mountain Blade, it's probably not going to do as well as other videos. And I've accepted that, you know. Every channel has its purpose, you know. Anyway, you get the point. So that's my dilemma. About 1.5 years ago, it started going downhill. I wasn't just in like a bad state on the channel. Like personally, I was going through some bad times, which didn't help. I feel like I'm built on motivation, you know. And the channel in the last year has not grown at all. Obviously it has done, but at the rate of like in 2014, I started off with like 10,000, and at the end of 2014, the beginning of 2015, I hit 20,000. That's 10,000 in 1 year. That's insane. I thought, at this rate, I'm going to keep growing, and to the point, maybe I could even consider doing this as a job one day. But last year, I gained probably like 5,000. There was a YouTube purge, which removed 1,000, and then I barely scraped 26,000 in 2016. And by all means, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's fantastic. I'm amazed, but I was expecting to get to a certain point where I could maybe consider doing this as a job one day in the future. I would love to, because at this rate, at this point of time right now, I have no plans. I have no future. I don't go to college. I don't do university. I'm kind of stuck. But YouTube's always been that sort of backbone, you know, always keeps you positive, you know. But anyway, it's just a mix of all these emotions and not being motivated to make videos. And a few other things, like I feel like my content's been twice as good as it has been in the last couple of years. Like, I've been putting so much effort into editing each video. I spent hours and hours and hours on some videos, especially with like some of the trailers for the series, and you see other channels doing the exact same thing as you, but they're not editing at all. They're just recording, like they press the record button, talk for 30 minutes, and stop recording, and they upload that video. Takes them, and that's all they have to do. Just upload that, and that's done. You know, and they're getting like 5 times as many views as you are. You know, and you're like, well, I put all this effort in. You know. That's just a natural thing as a content creator on YouTube. You know, you do sometimes judge yourself to other channels. I always say it's a bad thing, but it naturally happens, and it gets to you sometimes. Anyway, so that's why there's been a bit of lack of videos. I've just lost motivation in general. You probably noticed I've stopped doing vlogs. I used to do those random vlogs maybe like twice a week, and I thought it was hilarious. I loved it. I just haven't been motivated these days. This brings me to the next thing. I've run into a problem with Mount & Blade. I'm currently in the process of starting my season 2 of my Nova Ada series, and it was meant to be out by now, but all of my saved games have disappeared. It's happened before. I've checked it online. I've tried a few fixes, but so far at this current time, I haven't found a fix. Basically, all of my saved games have disappeared. Like, they're not there. If you load any of my mods, even native, all the save games are gone, which is a nightmare. It's been really fucking frustrating, actually. I'm going to cut down to it. I'm about to look at a different tutorial to see if I can get it back, but who knows. So if I lose all my saved games, it sucks, because I was about to stream my Purisno Part 3 of my little live series I was doing, and the save was gone, so I was like, well, fuck. So that's that. Also, it's been hard to record in general. It's currently I would say in the middle of the summer holidays. Holidays? No, I'm not on holiday. I don't go to school anymore. It's like some days it reaches 40 degrees and it's just impossible to record. It's probably like 25 degrees right now. And I'm so hot and humid. I shouldn't have a shirt on really, but for your guys' eyes, I'll keep the shirt on because I don't want you staring at these nips. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that explains where I'm at. You know, YouTube is my life. I would never consider giving up, even though I have done. That doesn't make sense, but I want to do well with YouTube. It's just hard sometimes when you just don't know what to record and you lose motivation. It sucks. Anyway, let's look to the future. Okay, Bannerlord, when it does come out, that will be my full focus. Okay, my channel will be Bannerlord focused as well as other stuff, but that will be let's call it my last push. Let's say that last push. Yes. But before then, we've got a fair bit of time before that comes out. So I'm going to tell you some of the projects I've got planned, some fun videos and some other stuff. So some of them involves talking to some game devs. Now the first one, which I'm doing hopefully in the next couple of days, is with Oliver Joyce. Now if you don't know who that is, he's the maker, or he made Swords and Sandals. If you guys remember, I posted quite a bit of Swords and Sandals on the channel before. Let's piss this person off by yelling in his face. What is that? What is that thing on his head? And I love the game. I've been playing it for a long fucking time. Back when I was a kid, you know, before all this existed, all this channel stuff. And I loved it. And he's been in contact with me. He actually contacted me first quite a while ago, like well over a year ago, once I made some Mount & Blade videos and he saw it on Twitter. And yeah, he's agreed to do a video with me, sort of like a Heph chat, not like an interview. I guess you could call it like an interview, but I'm gonna talk to him, get to know his story, and it's gonna be some fun. So yeah, that brings me to the first point. If you want to ask any questions, make sure to label this Swords and Sandals, because I'm gonna talk about a different dev I'm gonna talk about. If you want any questions about Oliver Joyce or to do with Oliver Joyce about Swords and Sandals, drop them down in the comment section. Just label it Swords and Sandals so I know it's about that. The next person I'm talking to, which has been in the planning stages for I would say 6 months, which is time zones are a fucker, let's be honest, is with Frank from Tailworlds. Captain Lust. I'm going to be doing a video with him. Of course, he is the community manager, I think, over at Tailworlds, of course. And I'm going to be doing a video with him, basically the same thing with Oliver. Going to be learning Frank's story, how he got into Mount & Blade, how he got into working with Tailworlds, and yeah, again, if you want to have any questions about Frank, There will be a little bit of Banlord stuff, but it's not gonna be. It's focused on Frank, not Banlord. I know he gets bombarded with questions about Banlord, but maybe I can sneak in a few questions. Just drop them down in the comment section. Just make sure to label it to to Frank or to Captain Lust, so I know it's toward fuck. Anyway, and the same thing. I really just want to. I feel like I'm good at talking now. I feel like I'm better at communicating with other people, and I want to do this with other YouTubers as well. I haven't asked them yet, but I'm gonna ask people like Lionheart, hopefully maybe Pixelated Apollo. I just want to talk to them because I never get the chance to because the time zones are a fucker. Every time they play games is either like 4 in the morning for me, and I'm just there's no way I'm waking up at 4 in the morning. Fuck that. Fuck that. That ruins my whole day. It's not worth it. But I'm gonna try and get a hold of them. Maybe make a video and get to know them at the same time, and maybe make a cool video out of it. Okay, this brings up to other stuff. Podcasts. I've always wanted to host my own podcast, like properly with webcams. I did podcasts maybe like 3 years ago with a bunch of YouTubers. It was a lot of fun, but right now I want to make it professional. I think it'll be fun. I think you guys would like it. Anyway, and now for the last bit of content. I know we're going a bit off topic here, but when Bannerlord does get its release date, I'll be starting the last Mount and Blade series on my channel. Well, the last Warband series. Maybe this is all in the future. I'm not sure if it's going to keep going yet, but there's one thing I haven't done on Mount and Blade Warband, and that is own the complete world. I've always stopped series, when I've been really powerful. Mainly when I'm recording it, it gets a bit boring. But it's going to be on native, and I'm going to do a world domination series. So I'm going to try and finish it by the time Banlord gets released. So when I'm not sure how much of a gap they'll give me. I'm going to say give me, but I'm going to try and do a series from start to finish. Start with nothing and then go to world domination. I think that'd be fun, guys. Thanks so much for watching. It's been really hard lately. I know you guys don't really understand, but for those who do, I really do appreciate it. It's been really shit lately. It's honestly keeping me up at night sometimes, just not knowing what to do with the channel. Because at the end of the day, this channel is my life. It's what I really care about. I've spent 5 years of my life working towards. I just don't want to end it like this, So, guys, thanks so much for watching. And of course, I excuse the way I look. I don't look awful, but I hope I'm not. I hope I don't anyway. But it's really fucking hot and late, so yeah. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Ta-ta for now.